All right, I'm going to further double down because I sent a letter in 2022 to the director of the CDFA asking for his support. And what did I get? More ignore, dismiss. It's not my job. Who gives a shit? This guy's pouring out his heart to me. Why is this guy talking to me? Who cares? I don't need to know anything. He's not going to give me a promotion. He's not going to do anything for me. So ignore him, right? Just freaking ignore people. That's what we do here. So here's my letter to the CDFA director in 2022. Further compounding the frustrations I'm experiencing. Showcasing that, yes, I have been reaching out. I was given instructions to establish communication about a process involving net negative carbon sequestration and CDFA incentive program comments. First, I'd like to establish what I'm trying to accomplish here in this state. Currently, I'm working at one of California's... This is when I just got here, and I was gung-ho. Like, I was so, like, yeah, right? Currently, I'm working at one of California's most unique farms regarding carbon sequestration and biomass management. Robert Kaler, a well-established community member in Chowchilla, California, has undertaken a tremendous burden. He began growing Paulownia trees and accepting biomass residues to be processed into biochar, all in an effort to curb the effects of climate change and restore carbon values within the soil, with good faith and without incentive. The Paulownia tree is one of Earth's fastest-growing trees, as well as being nitrogen and carbon fixating. The immense benefits of these trees are not to be underestimated, and I will supply ample scientific knowledge to support this claim. California's abundant sunshine makes our Central Valley region a mecca for the growth and cycle of carbon sequestration utilizing these trees. Although the quality of wood may not be superior to the East Coast growers, it has incredible benefits for all kinds of carpentry needs and much more. The quickest growth occurs at the leaves and are a carbon sequestering powerhouse that literally scrubs the air through its massive elephant leaves. And then I show a picture of the leaf, right? Look, hey. I use this to actually make an article on my website. Whenever Paulownia are growing, the air quality increases, as well as the ground it's grown in. Each acre of trees can absorb 13 tons of harmful CO2 gases a year and particles from the air. And each tree can release about 13 pounds of oxygen per day. All this is made possible by the big leaves of the Paulownia tree that, for this reason, can be described as the green lung of our cities. Now, as for fertilizing, they are high in valuable plant nutrients and host an array of beneficial microbes for soil remediation. The Paulownia is one of the few species of tree that is characterized by the presence of a C4 photosynthesis pathway. These trees are involved in regulating the climate, absorbing significant amounts of carbon dioxide, and releasing a large amount of oxygen. Paulownia leaves are high protein, fats, sugar, and nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. The nitrogen content in the leaves is comparable to the content of legumes. Paulownia leaves are used as animal feed and also as a green fertilizer, enriching the soil with organic matter. Due to its large amount of excreted metabolites, Paulownia tree species are used in the treatment of a variety of diseases in traditional medicine. Microbial communities and so, but that's not the CDFA's. They don't need to care about that, right? That person doesn't need to worry about, oh, wow, it's good for medicine. That's not my division. I don't need to know about health. I'm in the soil. Like, I'm disconnected. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm being a freaking brat. I understand. Microbial communities and soil provide a vast array of benefits to soil fertility and ecological functionality. Microorganisms take an active part in decomposition of organic matter and contribute to the circulation of elements in the soil. Bacteria present on the leaves of the trees are also characterized by a function of plant growth and defense promoters, by synthesizing phytohormones and producing biosurfactants, phytoactive volatile organic compounds, enzymes, or precursors for secondary plant metabolites. The bacteria also fixes atmospheric nitrogen and controls plant diseases. The structural and functional characteristics of the microorganisms present on the Paulownia leaves may prove to be a valuable information. It's valuable. I recognize value, right? I'm going to do that. I'm going to add comments to this because I just can't believe a public agency chooses to ignore this kind of information. And who else are they ignoring, right? I'm not the only one. Sorry, we can't help you, Ken. What? All right. you're fired. That's what I would do. You're fired. Anyways, the information has tremendous benefits in regards to generating soil microbes to assist in degrading of already existing organic matter. And then I show the sample. They took a heat map. I mean, dang, look at all those amino acids. There's like all 16 of them. Or all 20, what is it, 28 or something? 20 something too? Anyways. The importance of assessing soil microbial colonies for regenerative agriculture cannot be stressed enough. The goal of agricultural heading into 2030 should be focused on generating biomes that are rich in beneficial bacteria to enhance the carbon cycle via exchange rate mechanisms. Soil carbon. This is a really great dissertation to the CDFA to get their heads out of their ass. As dominant land use change, or here I'm covering soil carbon now. I switched to soil carbon. I want to talk about that. As a dominant land use change during the past century, conversion of natural systems for agricultural protection has greatly altered soil carbon dynamics at ecosystem, regional, and global scales. Depletion of soil total carbon due to the intensification of agricultural and land use changes from natural to croplands is exacerbated. That's not even true. It's not natural in croplands. It doesn't matter. If you convert something to cropland, that, you know what I mean? Like this, even the terminologies they use, like you can have a cropland that's definitely not changing the environment. It's not hard to do that. But you just do it differently. You use a permaculture design system. You actually incorporate the landscape into the design of the farm. You don't just plow everything over. But I digress. If you want to know more about permaculture design, just check out Ross Marr's book. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. The depletion of soil, blah, 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 and other various factors. Okay, here we go. It's going. Depletion of soil, the intensification of agricultural land use changes from natural to cropland is exacerbated through agricultural practices with low return of organic material and other various factors, including oxidation, mineralization, leaching, and erosion. In a meta-analysis showed that the conversion of native forests and pastures to croplands reduced soil carbon stocks by 42 to 59%. Respectively, the results varied, however, depending on factors such as annual precipitation, plant species, and the length of study periods. Our analysis indicated that total carbon of agricultural soils were lower as compared to natural soils in temperate regions. However, no significant difference in total carbon in agricultural versus natural systems were observed in other regions as the tropics. See, like, they just even said, oh, well, this is why I can't stand research sometimes, because they'll, like, tell you it's this, but then, oh, wait, what? Not always, not everywhere. Junk. Just delete that whole paragraph. Don't even talk about it. Anyways, carbon microbes work hand in hand to generate a healthy substrate. This is me now speaking. This was a research study. A research study had stated that. So now I'm moving on to my words, right? Carbon and microbes work hand in hand to generate a healthy substrate for our investments to grow upon. If we can enrich our soil microbes by increasing carbon, we can enhance nutrient delivery and in turn gain more for doing less. That is the goal of sustainability, creating closed-loop avenues to sequester carbon within our agricultural landscapes, recirculating nutrients. California has ample biomass for the system to work. There are already businesses beginning to sequester carbon, such as Bob's Biomass in Chowchilla. His unique approach to taking on biomass residues from orchards and turning them into biochar is a quick method to return carbon effectively back into the soil, thus keeping it out of the air. And I show videos of me working with Bob. Super cool dude. He's actually got native blood, just like me. That's why we link up. That's why I don't hang out with Glenda Humiston. I don't hang out with any of these people because we're not from the same group. Obviously, she ain't here making char. She ain't here talking to farmers. I'm not sure what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. All I know is she ain't doing shit for me. Turning excess biomass into charcoal has a quick turnaround versus waiting for the wood to decompose, utilizing anaerobic and aerobic bacteria without any inputs. Adding microbes and bug excreta with chitinase to biochar created from orchard residues creates a super amendment that only takes 1 month to produce, 1 month to sit in the soil, and ready to sow again, all in 2 months span. K Organics has the information about this process on their research forum. The bug fresh is also being generated by consuming the paulownia leaves that are on site. consuming agricultural residues and generating a powerful agricultural mineral. And here's a photo of it. Currently, the CDFA incentive program does not include char or to generate microbes to assist in the wood chip programs. Our organization is working diligently to make this a feasible reality, and I'm asking for support wherever we can find it. The CFA also requires farmers to bury their chips, then go fallow for 3 years. Cutting your profit margins is not a desirable incentive. If the CDA can include an incentive to deliver chips to a biochar processing facility, such as Bob's Biomass, or mandate microbes be added to the burying of mulched chips, all this would work towards decreasing the time it takes for the chips to break down, reducing our environmental impact while increasing soil carbon percentages via biochar to assist our ecological function, all while keeping carbon out of the air. Because that's what they care about. I don't give a shit about that. I care about more like the volatiles, like the methanes and all the other trash that's coming from this crap. Also, 2 to 3 months is more attractive than 3 years. Literally, I can convert all that waste. In 3 months, it's back in the ground. Light years ahead of the CDFA. Light years ahead of anybody. Why am I taking any... I can just walk in any office and just kick their ass at this point, right? I'm allowed to. Damn it. Who wants to be there? Who wants to go with me? Who wants to go? Let's go to the, what's that freaking building? The Environmental Protection Agency. I went there. 2021, I walked in that door and I said, hey, I need to talk to someone about biochar. They told me to get lost. Fucking sucks. Anyways. Turning our residues into char is the quickest method. Bam, look at that. Beautiful char. And he was making it with a burn boss. He figured it out. Bob Kaler is the best. I love you, Bob. Anyways. Here's a Japanese research article detailing why burying wood chips without an effective microorganism solution is unadvisable. Effective lactic acid fermentation bacteria on plant growth and soil humus formation. University of Okinawa. This was in the 80s. This is in the 80s, guys. They came out with this study in the 80s. Here we go. Introduction. Decomposition of organic matter in soil results in gas and heat production, which are lost energy to the cultivated crop. This kind of decomposition can result in products that are harmful to plant growth. Nutrient cycling in terrestrial environments would be more efficient if this energy loss would be avoided. Japanese figured it out. Fermentation pathways provide a more efficient means for utilizing organic substrates during their decomposition in soil. You think? Thanks, Japan. I love you guys. That's the reason why we have these Ring of Fire kilns out here. So, love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for hanging on to the knowledge. Anyways, discussion. In the first experiment, the incorporation of wood chips in soil resulted in poor initial growth of cucumbers, possibly because of the immobilization of organic nitrogen. The results indicate, however, that EM4 can be used successfully in combination with wood chips as an organic amendment by accelerating the rate of decomposition in soils. UCNR seem to miss that whole thing. They get paid tons of money to sit around and not figure out shit. That's disgusting. Disgusting. Glad to home and say, look at that fucking dyke! Fuck you! Sorry. Not sorry. And this isn't even about Glenn. This is just another CDFA. This is another organization that's supposed to be here for us. Right? That's what's on their mission statement. We're here to enhance ecological resilience. We're here to lower carbon sequestration. We're here to do all this shit, but we don't. But we want to. Damn, no one in our group has figured it out. What are we, stupid? What are we, stupid? No, you guys are just being paid off. Fertilizer price increases since fall of 2020. I'm just done. I can't even. I mean, there's so much awesome information in this that they just ignore. Literally passion. Like, dude. That's right. Everybody wants to kill Jesus. That's the truth. Go ahead. Do it. Faggots.